Namaste. Hope you are doing well. So, right now we are going to see the official problem that came in IIT JAM Mathematical Statistics exam of 2024, section C, problem number 54. But yeah, this could change depending on whatever question paper was there because multiple question papers are circulated. But yeah, anyway, this is the thing that we are going to see right now. What is that problem? I'll give a moment and feel free to pause or do the needful to digest this. But how we should see these questions, which are about variables and values, because computation is all about noting the proper variable and its proper value and how it interacts with other variables. All of these relationships, figure them out and get to the answer. Right? So our minds should see the proper information highlighted, and yeah, this comes with practice. By solving more problems, it gets more intuitive and fast to look at the information that really matters, because competitive exams are about time. So we have two factories which are producing bats. Now at a time, only one factory is in function, and it would be producing bats. In particular, our focus is two bats, as these are cricket bats, by the way, which we will be considering in the question. And interestingly, these bats can be defective as well. So we can have probability of defect. This is an extra symbol that I did not remove. Anyway, so from the first factory, whatever bat is manufactured, the probability of defect is very high, 50%. Why would that factory be in production? In the second factory, the probability of defect is 0.1. It's still high if you think about it. If there's 10% chance of a defective bat being there, then there are still great odds to ruin your World Cup. Now, the question being asked is, we know that there was a bat which was produced. Interestingly, we don't know from which factory, by the way. This is something that will come in the solution. So we know that a bat was produced and it was defective. Now the question is asking, given that you know this, what is the probability of the second bat also being defective? Now, intuitively, it's sort of, if the first bat was defective, you would intuitively you would want the chances to be slightly higher than the marginal chances, right? So that is something that should come to our minds when we look at it, look at the question. Yeah, we have to solve it, but later when we have the opportunity to retrospectively look at them, think and build intuition as well. So just before closing out, let's see a little bit of abstraction. So the essence of this is that the question is telling you there are some states and only one of them is going to happen. In this case, it's going to be either factory 1 or factory 2. There are two states, only one can happen. And in those states, there are certain things associated to those states. In this case, there are bats associated with the factories. Bats are being manufactured from the factories. And those things can have a certain property. In this case, the bats can be defective. So there is a factory which is going to produce the bat, and the bat can be defective or it cannot be defective. So those things have properties. And essentially, the question is asking you, see, one of the things has already happened and the property has been noted. This is what it means in plain English. And the question is asking you, given that you already know what has happened, how will that affect the probability of this other thing that can happen? That is the plain English version of what is happening in this question. So let's see what will happen in whatever video you will watch next after this, and take care. Hare Krishna.